There's a place, a school, an institution where a professor resides. One that for the past 30 years has traveled the world teaching others. A pioneer in America of the fighting science of Savate. One who codified the sports of this fighting style. One who has produced clubs, champions, and continues to develop. Listen to words of Professor Buitron.
Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and we're continuing on on a positive note. And I really didn't want to touch this theme, but we had several people asking me about what I thought, and that is what happened between Will Smith at the Oscars. And let me tell you something about that before we get into anything else. And it shows people right off the bat how something very calm can escalate very quickly. Okay? People say, what do you mean about that? Fights can occur in a heartbeat. That was a violent situation. People say, yes, but he slapped him. A slap is not a punch. He slapped him just to quiet him down because he was insulting his wife. Regardless of whatever the matter is, Will Smith hit another person, okay? And what happens there? That's called an assault, okay? That basically is an assault anywhere in the world, okay? But before we get into assaults and what is an assault and if a punch is better than a slap or what have you. Now, I've seen, the reason I'm touching this is because I had several people send me messages on what I thought and what one would do in a situation like that. Okay? Let me tell you, when you start insulting family, I don't care whether it's a mother, father, brother, sister, wife, once you start daughter, son, once you start insulting family, the chances are that it becomes a violent situation, escalates real quick. Okay, you're already stepping out of bounds. I think we should leave family out of it. People are going to say, well, she was a public she was an actress, that means she's a public figure, blah, 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 blah. Maybe so, okay? I don't buy that that it was staged. I don't buy all the conspiracy theories that are out there, even though there's some out there, pretty good ones, you know. If they have that much control, then we'll be really in some real hurt, right? They try to go that route, but they don't really have the control of the masses. I think what happened here was somebody lost their cool and stood up thinking he was doing the right thing in front of everybody and stepped out of bounds, okay? Now, he's lucky that he wasn't retaliated on. Chris Rock didn't turn around and punch him or hit him, okay? And I am really, really thrilled at the fact that Chris Rock is not pressing charges against him, because he can press charges if he wishes to. You know, so that's one thing. But let's go into some other things that go into that. People say, well, a slap cannot hurt. Really? A slap cannot hurt? In Savate, we have a baf. It's open hand, and you're striking with this meaty part, okay? And it goes in a circular fashion, comes out. It's not a cross, and it's not whaled back like what happened in that instant, you know, because he literally went in that motion. And take it, he's an actor. He probably doesn't train in martial arts. He probably just threw it out of nervousness and he didn't want to hurt his colleague there, and, you know, just went off. Well, anyway, whatever the reason was that he threw a slap, and that Chris actually took it. You know, it actually looks like if you roll with it to take it. If you look at different photographs and different pictures. But what I'm seeing here is this, and I'll tell you this. Fights like this occur all the time, everywhere across the states. Happens in homes, barbecues, carnes asadas. It happens at bars, nightclubs, weddings, so on and so forth. Okay? Okay? People say, how would I have taken care of it? Well, number one, I was not going to stand up in front of a bunch of people and go slap him, because you never know who you're slapping. He might have turned around and called the police and have Will Smith arrested, which charges could be placed on him. Then that leads you into a whole different scenario. Understand, there was way too many cameras. Everybody knows it around the world. Everybody's still talking about it. I'm talking about it because I was asked. But to answer the question, if that would have happened to me, you stay quiet. You just smile, look at them. You know, what would I have done in my younger years? I would have not have stood up there and go hit him. I probably would have waited for him to be out in the parking lot, and we would have had a nice little discussion. Or if we went inside the bathroom, we would have had a little come to Jesus meeting. Understand? And I guarantee you, it was not going to be a slap. Okay? Slapping somebody is to humiliate them. And usually you don't do it across the face. You probably just do it over the head. Boom. Settle down. Understand what I'm saying? But a lot of these individuals out there think that just by slapping somebody, it ended. No. Chris Rock could have turned around and wailed on Will Smith, and by the looks of it, if that was Will Smith's best hit, Chris Rock has a granite chin. That's probably why his name's there. You know, you hit him once in the head. Now, Will Smith, I mean, he, you know, there's people out there joking around saying, you remember how they used to say, you punch like a girl? People say now you strike like Will Smith. I mean, it's become a joking matter that, you know, I understand it was a thing that I don't watch the Oscars, believe me. And the reason I say that is I don't watch it. I haven't for many years. I ended up getting about 15 different texts, both on my phone and through Messenger and through all the different social media about the punch and about the slap. Did you see this? Did you see that? So I went back in there. So I saw the replay of it through Facebook, and I started trying to dissect everything that was going on. And, you know, right away they start coming around that you know, he has marital problems and has issues with his wife and this and this and this and that. You start hearing all kinds of stuff, and you say, well, maybe that's the reason why. Whatever happened was that Will Smith lost his cool. Okay? And he's a great actor, believe me, and congratulations on him winning his award. And Chris Rock, I congratulate him as well for not going to the police and escalating this matter. It's already out of hand. The only thing I tell folks out there is there's a time and place for everything. Fights start because you start insulting somebody's mom, somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, niece, what have you. And people are going to get offended, and some people are going to snap and retaliate. Okay? I mean, if you come from the streets, a lot of the street fights when we were younger happened because, you know, they said, hey, your mother, you're this or that, boom. But it wasn't a snap. It was a fist in the mouth. It was a knuckle sandwich. That's what used to happen. Okay? Believe me, if you're going to insult somebody and you're pressing him to throw a punch, talk about his family. I guarantee you he's going to throw something. I guarantee you. So with this, I tell you all out there, families out of the... Don't insult kids. Don't insult the wife. I could care less if he's a politician. I could care less if he's a public figure. It doesn't matter. Family should be kept away from the insults. Okay? You see this against President Trump. They attacked his whole family. They weren't the president. The president was Trump. President Trump. He was our president. Okay? So there's these double standards has to stop. And I could care less when somebody says it's a public figure, it's all games are out. No, not all games are out, because then you're part of this, the problem that maybe one day you're going to say something, and guess what? Somebody, instead of a slap, you're going to get a knuckle fist right in the middle of the mouth. And believe me, that type of situation, what occurred there at the Oscars, it occurs everywhere, every day. And I guarantee you fights erupt because of that. So the only thing I'll leave you with, keep family out of the insults. Quit insulting family, especially because it can get volatile real quick. We just saw that 2 weeks ago. And people are still talking about it now. And that's the only thing that I want everybody to take away from this is no insults to the family. You want to insult each other, looks or what have you, that's up to you. But once family is being brought into the picture, people might erupt the wrong way. Okay? And thank you for that comment, and thank you for that question that was sent, excuse me about that, because it was sent to me by various people, what I thought about that. And yes, Savate does have a slap. It's called a baf. It also has a manavert, which is open fingers, closed hands this way, open hands this way. Okay? Manchette, which you're striking with this portion of the hand. Okay? And of course, the baf. A lot of places in Savate, a lot of coaches, they used to call that patios, bear paw, because actually you're hitting with this motion, and it doesn't go around, it goes out and in. It's a circular motion inside out. And usually it's hit towards the mandible in this area, and believe me, when you practice enough, and when this hits you right here, you're going to go down, and you're going to be looking up, you're not going to be standing up there. So if a good baf is delivered correctly, I guarantee you that person is going to be one knee looking up, maybe asleep on a horizontal position. Until next time, I want you guys to stay safe, be safe, and let's also be calm, okay? Let's try to put that into this week. And remember, no insults to the family. Till next time, much peace.